It's not pulling me in. This right here.
Well, I can tell you, people like it. It pulls them in.
All right. So look.
All right. So go ahead. So what else?
You know, all that.
You got your stomach out on this one right here.
See,
you got the tummy out.
Y'all
this is
like
a decent
that.
picture, but then again,
that's probably one of my
you probably
most
should have pulled
pictures.
in. This one shouldn't have been the full body, and this one right here.
What?
Right.
Is that not good? Is it not good?
Look, take your phone back. We're gonna work on it.
Welcome back to another episode of Bear It All, the podcast with your girl Jay
and B.
Hey,
and
somebody who you guys like, who be always in some nonsense, you know, being so outspoken, Mr.
Trev Smooth, you know what's going on. So
we talked about this Trev Smooth. We talked about your introduction before. How you supposed to cut? You know how you supposed to say it.
This is how I'm supposed to say it. What you talk? So how you gonna tell me how I'm supposed to say it?
Smooth.
How you gonna say it?
We need the smooth.
Trev Smooth is always smooth. Like, you know what I mean? We out here. We out here today.
Is he always smooth? Y'all?
So I'm come to take over today. That's what's gonna happen. I know y'all wasn't expecting
many
that.
Times, y'all.
Yeah. So now I've infiltrated.
So wait, how would we like mix that? So you're gonna change our name and everything for today's episode? Is it still Bear It All?
I don't think it could get better than Bear It All.
Right.
Yeah, Bear It All.
Better than
Bear It All.
That's
yeah,
right.
Especially, I like the logo. You know.
What you like about the
Every
logo?
guy that comes on here likes a logo, and that is not me. Just putting it out there. It's not.
It kind of looked like your silhouette a little bit.
Okay.
You weren't the model for that?
I definitely wasn't, because it would not look like that.
What would it look like?
Spillage.
Don't start your shit.
It would be a little bit spillage everywhere. She looked like she'd been doing some squats.
And she definitely have been doing some squats. Yes.
All right. So yeah, take over.
All right,
Let's go.
So the name is still Bear It All, but what we talking about today?
Okay. So look, I've been quote unquote studying dating apps, right?
You always study.
Yeah, we always are studying. I'm a studious guy, so I've been studying the dating apps, and I wanted to talk about why they're trash today.
Okay.
And if we have enough time, how we can fix it. So
yes, please, because they are trash.
I'm going to complain about women, and I'll afford you the opportunity to complain about men. Do you want to start, or you want me to start?
So I didn't say it's about complaining about women or men. I think it's just okay.
He said,
All
yeah,
right.
he did.
All right.
Okay, wait. Now y'all got to catch me up, because I don't know a thing
You know
about no
dating
dating.
apps?
No,
You're not
I
supposed
never
to.
ever knew about dating apps. Never had to.
Because
I've been married
she got
since I
with
was
her husband
20.
in 1980. Okay.
It was not 1980.
Damn near.
I'm trying to think of what I was doing in
For a
1980.
long time. I wasn't even born.
2003.
Yes.
Okay.
So when did dating apps really start like popping, and how many apps are there? Like
There's a lot.
y'all got to
So
give me
it's
a
10
little.
years.
There's a
so-
few. We could. Should I name drop? I can.
You can.
I can.
Name drop? Yeah.
Okay, so we got Badu's one. That'd be on the low. A lot of people don't know about that.
Badu?
One. Yeah.
What is it called?
Yeah.
What's it?
Badu.
Okay,
Badu.
but okay, so when you give these dating apps, say like what the vibe is.
You wasn't gonna let me do that, huh? You just gonna.
I wanna-
You a control freak. I see. You wasn't gonna just let me. You didn't think I was efficient enough to do that? All right, watch this. So
a control
Badu.
freak? We're both Virgos, okay? Stop playing with me, okay? I'm not a control freak, okay?
All right. So Badu is pretty good in certain countries, like especially if you're about to go abroad. But you'll find some women here too. That type of thing is like on a low. Not a lot of people do it. It's not. The paywalls are the lowest, so it's the lowest barrier to entry. Like you can still get your shit off without having to go through the paywall as much.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I was going to say, because some of them are free and some of them are...
They
you
are
gotta pay
all
for some of them?
technically free, but So in essence, you're shadow banned until you pay.
When you say pay, how much we talking? This is like monthly.
Some of them are $50 a month, $20 a week. It can go up to $500 a month for what they call platinum in one of the more devilish apps, which I won't drop that name. But yeah, they're horrible. So they can really run it up on you. And they've also gamified it on purpose. They get with the same psychologist that they do for casinos, so they can figure out ways to manipulate you into spending money.
Oh, it's a lot of manipulation.
So
okay,
and you have to
ain't
keep
nothing on here.
So you have to understand that you're working against the machine. You have an opportunity to do what it is that you do, but you are working against the machine. So you're not getting cooperation from the opposite sex. And if you leave the dating app successfully, which one of them markets themselves in that, right, you will actually no longer be a customer. So do you think that the person who is creating these apps in order to earn money is more concerned about making money, or are they more concerned about keeping you a customer, right? So they want to keep you a customer. They want to make money.
It's about making money,
right?
Though.
So they don't want
to.
So if they successfully find you a match, wordplay, because they own you. I don't know if y'all know that Match owns everything, right? You know that, right?
I didn't know they owned everything.
They bought the league. They bought the league. They bought POF. They bought Tinder.
POF and Tinder.
Plenty of fish.
And BLK, I think.
Yes, and they bought BLK, the league. There's a bunch more. Everyone damn near except for Bumble. Bumble refused. Yeah, they offered them a shit load of money to buy it too, but they didn't.
That's a lot of competition. It's all these apps out there
but it's all the same company.
It's actually anti-competitive because they were different companies.
I think that the only reason why a lot of these dating companies and these dating apps are succeeding nowadays is because they know that women are lazy about men and the quality of women have been driven down. So there isn't a lot of motivation for men to chase women the way that they used to. And women certainly are lazier than they've ever been. It all caters to how bad the dating market has become when it comes to just both sides, and not really wanting to give as much of an effort as yesterday. Let's get back into the clip.
Well, now that they bought them, but I'm just saying, all these different sites, that's a lot of.
It is. So we're gonna keep going though. So Bumble's weird. It's more like a feminist app. They marketed themselves on letting the ladies make the choices first, right? That didn't really work out.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I know, because women
make choices first.
It's against the natural order.
Women aren't. It's against their nature pursuers. To
What women generally do is that at most they'll give you a hint. They might flirt a little bit, but as far as pursuit, a woman really doesn't want to jump into that masculine role, particularly feminine women, right? That's just not.
But I would not pursue.
But men actually do appreciate when women do jump into this role. I don't think men really talk about a lot how much they actually appreciate being approached, because again, it's not really a conversation that men get to have often. But men don't really mind being approached. But I do agree with Trev. Women don't really want to be in that role. Women tend to make themselves available to be approached and wait for the guy to make a move. And a lot of women are okay with nothing happening ever if the guy doesn't make that initial move. Let's get back into the clip.
I would, let somebody know I'm interested.
Is that a pursuit, or is that, how do you do that? Do you flirt? Right. Do you give little hints, or do you just
tell them I'm interested? Eye contact.
Okay.
I'll give you eye contact. And then if I know that I'm leaving, I saw something that I liked, whatever, I was interested, and I was getting ready to walk out, I'll give you the extra look, or if I'm like, damn, I can't, he could be my future husband, then I'll say something to you.
And
listen, like what? How you doing? That's it?
What did you say?
Hi, how are you?
That is not pursuing.
Well, that's why I wouldn't just say, hi, how are you? I'm like, are you single? I've done that before.
For women, for a feminine woman, that is probably pursuing, but you mean aggressively pursuing.
I'm not doing all that.
Well, a pursuit is aggressive.
Not always.
Okay. Well, then I'm not doing that. Aggressive? I'm not aggressive when, in that aspect.
And that's all that's the point I was illustrating.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's saying aggressive.
Yeah, no, and it doesn't mean.
I think it's safe to call it aggressive, and a pursuit is a hunt of some sort. It's a hunt. It's a chase. It's safe to say that it's aggressive. Let's get back into the clip.
You're out there. You're not throwing yourselves at them, but you might.
You straight out saying
you're as intentional as women expect men to be, right?
Yeah.
So that's all that is. I'm gonna keep going because we'll run through all of these and then we could take some deep dives. So that's the Bumble. They failed pretty much, and I don't know if you know, but they're all tanking. They're all losing because people are opting out. So that's the Bumble. Tinder,
go figure.
A lot of people say is a
the
party.
Hookup.
Yeah, the hookup site, right? And you can tell based on how it's like you can swipe very instantly and all of that. So Hinge kind of makes you look through the app, and it's mixed with a bunch of words and all that. So people get the idea that you would get more quality on that, but not necessarily. I don't think so. I don't think you can. It's under the guise of quality, whereas it will look like it. People will present themselves like that, But the same people who are on Hinge are on Tinder too, right? So the format, think about that. Most of these people have multiple apps. Did you only have one dating app, or you had
At one point for a while, and then I got another one.
You got another one, right?
And then I got another
so a lot of people have all the apps, right?
They all fucking failed me.
So think about it. You're not going into the app to meet different types of people. It's a different format.
Right.
Right? So like, let's say all of us, if we went to a ball, we're going to be dressed a certain way. If we go to a nightclub, we're going to be dressed a certain way. But I think both of you have done both, right? I've done both, and you conduct yourself differently. But all in all, is it a different person? Hell no. It's the same person.
Still,
You're just being performative, right? Based on the environment. And when it all comes down to it, you're going to be with each other on a day-to-day basis. And depending on how you project it to be, how far that is away from your real you is how long your relationship will be sustained.
Yeah.
What's your favorite app out of all the ones y'all said? What has been your favorite one?
What's the favorite app that I would say?
And the worst.
You know what?
Right. What's the favorite?
I don't favor any of them, to be honest. But if I were gonna say what's the worst, and then there's OkCupid, which is weird.
Even if you don't have a favorite.
Okay,
what's
the one you hate the least.
What's the one that you will go to first?
You had the best connection.
If you had to let them all go, but keep one.
I would say Hinge is the one that you would probably go into and be able to pick from.
And meet a real person.
No, not. I mean, you can meet a real person, all that, from any of them. It depends on your game. So you have to put different types of game in it depending on it.
I would say Hinge.
Only because
the best...
it forces people to put more effort. So you'll have to do less to investigate. It's a lot easier to weed the wrong people out.
It is. I just think Hinge is easier to use as well. Like, I just think it's easier to use. It's like you scroll through, like you have to put, it's more user friendly.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think Tinder is way easier. Like, depending on what it is your function is, right?
Tinder.
Because you can literally just hit it and look at all the pictures real quick. Oh, that's an X. You know, like it's you can be way more efficient. Like for doom scrolling, and see what women don't understand is you don't have to be nearly as efficient as men do, right? Men have to be extremely efficient. For every 145 swipes we give, you get one match. The average person, right? Some results may vary.
I agree, because for every 145 people I see, I might think only one is nice looking, or I might be attracted to only one.
Think about that. That is crazy. That just
I'm
goes
picky,
to,
though.
That's crazy.
You're a woman. So yes, I get it. And I understand it. We established this. We dig it. And there's no problem with you being super picky. But just think about that, the male experience, right? Because you're going to get a whole bunch of matches that you never solicited, right? You're going to be like, oh, okay, this person. That doesn't happen for men. You will literally look at your joint a week later and have no matches, no interest.
That happened to me before. And I reached out like, what's wrong with, why is this? Why is the app broke?
Well, I'm going to tell you, were you inactive?
Profile?
Were you inactive?
No.
Well, you're doing something wrong.
So wait, I had a paid membership, right? So I had a paid membership.
Said I might have to help you with that.
Yeah,
I had a paid membership at the time, and I wasn't getting anything.
I've helped women with their apps before.
I was not getting anything. As soon as I not paid, as soon as I let that run out, all of a sudden it was like 40 something. You know, it was like a lot.
When you didn't pay?
I said, oh, there must be a glitch. I don't know. Nobody liked me.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not a glitch. So what happens is they'll it's almost like breadcrumbing or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like when
it's breadcrumbing.
they're like, oh wait, they're about to leave. Hold on. We gotta reel them back in.
Like can you give me one like?
Yeah, this is
like you said, the casino.
Like the shadow banning.
Lose and they give you a little.
But were you liking men in that time or no?
Yeah, I was.
Oh damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
And not getting any hits.
Yeah, so I just
we might have to tweak your profile a little bit.
So for men, what are you? Obviously, you're looking at pictures.
About to get off of it.
Right?
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
The first draw.
That's the first draw. Absolutely. For men and women alike. But go ahead.
Yeah, and women.
Yeah.
So that's the first.
Yeah, y'all don't swipe on paragraphs, do you?
No, I'm just.
I
saying.
read them though. I do read them. People don't read your profiles though. That's what got me.
Well, that was what my next question was. Do men even really care about the profile, or is it just the picture?
They don't. They want to see a
listen, it's wildly inefficient to do that. You can't read a profile until you're like at least a couple steps in, at the bare minimum. All right, so I'm going to give you the number. No, I'm going to tell you why. Time out. I just told you for every 145 swipes on average, you're going to get one match. Just imagine if I read 144 and then got nothing out of it. What the hell did I just do with my day? Hold on.
You're not going to read all, but I'm saying, like, let's say, just to your point, to somebody who you're physically attracted to from the picture, do you read that profile before you get into it?
You guys are going to have to excuse me. I've been out of the dating market for some time. All of this sounds so exhausting. When I grew up, I just saw men approaching women outside, and at the mall, seeing men advancing women, things like that. The internet has certainly been valuable to humanity in some ways. It's shrinking the world. It's made business easier, and so on and so forth. But look what it's done to how we're handling each other. Now we're on these apps, and we got algorithms trying to link us up. I'm sorry, it just seems so lazy.
First jump into the algorithm, they're going to show you a bunch of women that you're attracted to. You can't read any of them. There's no time.
Because y'all attracted to anything. That's the problem.
No.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, now she's starting to piss me off. Okay, so since your profile ain't hitting on shit, every guy who goes to your profile ignores it because it's probably bunk. Now you want to say that men are just attracted to anything. They try to make men dogs. Your profile couldn't be the problem. Maybe that is just dry and uninteresting. That couldn't be the issue. It has to be that men are just, we're just horn dogs and we're attracted to anything that we see, so we overlook the women who are normal.
That's stupid.
I'm like, ew, what? Why would he even...
Oh, you're full of shit.
No, you're full of shit. Because
listen,
let me tell you,
what?
Even think about. Okay,
You were offended, right?
yes,
Yeah.
You're like this. Oh, she has 2 legs. Oh, you know what? She got hair. Like,
No, it's not that deep. So here's how the algorithm works. They found out very quickly. First off, they have software built in to understand if your symmetry is right, if you're objectively beautiful, if you took low quality pictures, if there's a lot of blur in it, and all of that. So they know if you're gonna catch or you're gonna not. They believe it or not, they can detect that.
Can they
and
tell
then
me?
They're gonna yeah, absolutely. And I could tell you if I looked at your app what I would think.
Let's see.
And
While you're running your game right now,
go
ahead.
You keep breaking me up.
Let's see what my profile
they'll be able to understand
is worthy.
So and then they're gonna solidify it and test it. Your
Look. See, he don't even care about the paragraphs.
I don't give a fuck.
He doesn't care about the paragraphs because he's like most men who's going to come to your profile. He's going to put the visual first. And he was trying to give you good advice about that before, and you rejected it. But that was coming from understanding what men are. Men are very visual, especially in the beginning before we have any reason to be bonded to you. That's basically all we are. It's physical a lot of the time. So you're like, you ignored the paragraph? Yes, he ignored the paragraph because he does not want to read about you. He wants to see you.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
paragraphs for now. We didn't get to that point yet. Until we message, I'm not going to invest in your paragraph.
Wait. That's the problem. That is the problem with you guys.
So you don't want to know if she's at least intelligent.
You just match based off of the look and then you read the paragraphs?
So no, he's saying he's not even gonna read the paragraph. He's saying he's gonna look and then he might have a conversation first, chat first before
So first you like or whatever, or if you sometimes people might snipe or something really catch their eye, but it's usually like it's gonna catch everyone's eye. So that's like
So what is my thing?
What does it say?
No, you don't have to read it.
I'm not gonna read it. No,
I'm just saying, what is my thing? What does it look like?
Yeah, you could use a bit work. You could use a bit of work for sure. Hell yeah, we could use some work. I'm not saying you took bad pictures, but you didn't post the right pictures. No.
What kind of pictures should I be posting?
Pictures?
Better pictures.
Like what?
All right, so
Does that
like
not look like
this
me?
stance right here. Nah, fuck that. You agree with this stance right here? What do you think that's gonna say? Right here. What do you think that says? What does it say?
It said, "Here's a full body pic of me."
Yeah, but look at your posture. It's not
Am
inviting.
I in a job interview? Because look what
not inviting.
You gave me your phone and told me to
Okay, I'm listening.
analyze it. Like now you don't.
See posture.
He said her posture is not inviting. Of course, he didn't show the picture. But, ma'am, what could you have been doing to where he said that your photo, that you're showing a full body picture, but you don't look inviting? I'm picturing a lot of bad things in my head.
The fuck up. Move the fuck back.
It's not pulling me in. This right here.
Well, I can tell you, people like it. It pulls them in.
All right, so look.
All right, so go ahead. So what else?
This one right here, this one is a little more fun, right? But
I try to show like what my real body looks like, so people don't think like it's a catfish.
Yeah, you can't catfish.
That's because men want to see your figure, and they want to see the, all that.
You got your stomach out on this one right here.
See,
you got the tummy out.
Y'all
this is a decent picture, but then again,
that's probably one of my.
You probably should have pulled
pictures.
in. This one shouldn't have been the full body, and this one right here.
What? Is it not good? Is it not good?
Look, take your phone back. We're gonna work on this.
Is it not good?
We're gonna work on this.
We're gonna work on this. I'm gonna get you right.
I don't see anything wrong.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna delete the app.
Real quick before we.
All right, go ahead. Go
This,
into
real quick.
what
I'm just gonna
how
give you the numbers
laying
real
it
quick
out.
and what this means. So basically, 145 swipes for one match. Out of those one matches, 10 of them might come into a legit conversation where you actually make contact. So think about it. I've swiped 1,450 times before I've had a conversation for the average man. Now, right? So basically if you look at these numbers, 72,000 times before the average man gets into a relationship. That's a lot of work. What do you think I would read 72,000 paragraphs?
No, I'm not expecting you to read all that.
We're not going to read anything. Until you agree that you like me too, I don't want to read anything. It doesn't make sense.
I don't know if I like you.
Yeah, and then you'll find out.
But
once you give me a hit,
reading it might tell you that you don't even want to have a conversation.
No, but it doesn't matter.
That's my thing.
Bro, I know dudes who doom scroll without looking. The no look doom scroll.
Okay, they're idiots. First of all,
it's effective. It's efficient.
But
your
this is what's
entire
annoying
approach
to
is
me,
different.
right? So if I put on there, I do not in caps because people don't read my profile. Clearly now I know they don't.
It's stupid.
I do not want children. And then you're reaching out to me and you're like, oh, I want kids. I said, well, like, why are you reaching out to me? I don't want any. I don't say that, but I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't want any more children.
So what?
Like, well, we can just be friends.
But I don't care if I offended you because I never even met you and I don't have to face you in real life. Just like women don't care when they flake. You know how
But I
flaky
was
women
being
are on the apps?
No, I would not.
You women who don't want kids, who are under the age of 40, go ahead and move yourself to the back of the dating market in qualification and in ranking. You're in last place, right along with the big women and the women who are on drugs. Because that's one of the main reasons why men settle down with women long term. Not every man. But from a majority standpoint, that's the main reason why we even get involved with women. Once you take that out on the table, most men are going to pass up on your profile.
You wouldn't, but guess what? 99% of your peers do.
I
and they're
let
ruining
somebody
it for
down.
you.
I let somebody down.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy just recently, he liked my profile, whatever, we were talking, and we had a good conversation. I was like, okay, this might lead to an actual date. Well, I showed somebody that I know, and she said, girl, I messed with him. I said, oh, okay, never mind. So I sent him a message back. I said, listen, my friend, she said she dealt with you or whatever. And then I said, so I'm not gonna be interested. He didn't even respond, but he just X'd me. He unmatched me.
Well, it makes sense. What's the point?
Shout out
at
to
that
you.
point? You already.
And he was like, I
made it easy for you.
follow you on social media. He unfollowed me, everything.
Oh, damn, he unfollowed.
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever.
All right, so how is your strategy working? What is your strategy? And is it working for you?
Here's the strategy. Here's what the strategy is. Efficiency, right? Because you got to understand how flaky women are, how apprehensive. You realize how apprehensive women are?
1000%
Women are
agree with
flaky as
that.
hell, apprehensive as hell. So the women will be talking crazy on everything. But then as soon as time for the rubber to meet the road, they want to back out, make excuses, all of that. So you have to be a volume shooter. If you want to make buckets, you got to be a volume shooter.
I can understand that.
Because women
are expecting exclusivity even during the fucking dating process. They're like, well, how many other girls are you matching with on this thing? It's like, you women are so arrogant and in your own little box that even when you're getting to know a guy, you think that he's not going to be playing a volume game. Because like Trev said, most of you women are going to flake. Most of you women who are going to match with dudes on these apps, you're going to flake on the guy that you matched with, and you're not even going to think you owe him an explanation. And then when you're on on the app not getting matched, you're going to be complaining, while not mentioning all the guys who you ghosted and didn't even get a response back from you matching with them or whatever. You're not going to mention those guys. And you probably should listen to Trev when it comes to you fixing your dating profile. If men are the buyers in the dating market, this is something that women are having a hard time with. That our perspective when it comes to women visually and how they are seen and perceived in the dating market, a man's perspective on those things always will reign supreme over women, because women can't date themselves, get in a relationship with themselves, or marry themselves. It gives them only a little bit of leverage in the whole dating process to want to just confuse it all and try to have 10 paragraph bios that men are not going to read. Even if you are Holly Berry fine, men aren't reading we're not reading a paragraph about your life. We don't care. We have to get to know you. That's why Trev said that sometimes we probably won't even read your bio on the dating app till we hit you up a couple of times and seen you in person a few times. That's how visual we are. But I'm pretty sure these women were half listening. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think of the video. Hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one.